Have you ever felt guilty about spending money? If so, this is the perfect video for you. Derek Mazzarella with Gateway Financial Partners. I'm a certified financial planner, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a system that gives you guilt-free spending. All right, so let's take a look and step back and think about what do people typically do and how do they typically save. So you start here with your paycheck, you go down here, you've got your bills, you pay those, you have your credit card, you're going out, you're having fun, you're spending money, more money is going out the door here. And then if there's anything left at the end of the month, that's when maybe we're saving, and we're saving it probably typically into a bank account, right? The problem is this is backwards. And what you really want to do is focus on the first thing is where are you going? What are your goals and what do I want to track for? So let's really take a look back at how we could do this in a better situation. All right, so let's start that same scenario. We have our paycheck coming in. The first thing you want to do is figure out what's your baseline. So what are your base expenses? So you're going to set up one account. This is typically your checking account where all your fixed expenses are going. So think your rent, your mortgage, your grocery bills, your cable, internet, whatever comes in every month that you have expenses on, daycare, throw that in this bucket and have an account of it and really get a good idea of what that number is. The next thing you want to do is figure out, okay, what are my variable expenses every month? So what do you typically put on the credit card? So take a look back, your 3 months, last 6 months of your credit card statement and figure out what that number is. And once you have a good idea what these two numbers are, that's where we're going to have some flexibility. But the other thing we're going to really want to do is figure out, okay, what are the big goals or the small goals I have in my life? And some of the things that I work with clients on is really mapping out those goals. And there's things that you want to do every year, and there's maybe a bigger goal you may have. So let's just use an example of a typical client I may have. Okay, so let's say I have typical thing is a vacation goal. Okay, so I know I want to go on vacation every single year. This may sound crazy, but the purpose of this bank account system is to have one account, one purpose. So have an account that's there just for your vacation fund. So, okay, let's say I need to spend $2,400 a year on vacation. I'm going to put $200 a month into this bucket. So I know $200 a month is going in there. So I know every year I can take a vacation no matter what. And let's say another thing that I really want to do is buy a house. All right, so I need $100,000 for a down payment. I have a certain amount of years. I know I need to put away $500 into this account per month. Okay, right, and then just keep going. List whatever goals you have. You want to set up an account and have that going for because basically we're going to have this fixed number that's not going to change. We're going to have these numbers here, and then we're going to have money going in there automatically. Because what we need to do is also think about the order of operations. Because the first thing we need to do is to be financially sound is make sure we have an emergency fund account. So we're going to set that up over here and basically figure out what that number is. And just like this process here, how much has to go in that every single month to feel like you've hit your goal in a timely manner. So don't take 6 years to do it. Try and do it in 2 or 3 if possible, but don't feel like you have to do it in 2 months. And what this is going to do is say, okay, I'm going to have a bucket for each purpose and money's going to go everywhere, right? And then so what we're going to do is say, okay, money's going in here directly. Money's going to go from my fixed account. We're going to automatically send it to go to these goal type accounts. And the other thing that we're going to be able to do is say, okay, once we have emergency fund filled up, we're going to be able to pour that over, and we want to set up what's called a wealth coordination account. This is money that's going to be typically an investment account that you can use to save for future goals, whether that's buying another investment property, retirement, for college, whatever it is, you want to have that bucket go in there. So the first priority is fill up your emergency fund. Once it's filled up, build up your wealth coordination account. And what this allows us to do is say we have a dollar figure going in each one of these single buckets. And we know that this side of the equation here is filled in and we're tracking for all of our goals. Whatever's left over here is our variable expenses for the month, and we can spend those freely. And what this does is removes a lot of the guilt from spending because if you know that you're tracking towards all of your goals here, anything here is gravy. Feel free to spend it. You want to get that purse? Go get that purse. You want that motorcycle? Go buy the motorcycle. As long as you have that money going in that variable account every month, feel free to spend that to zero if you wanted to. It gives you total freedom to spend it. So basically, to recap the process, one account, one purpose. So yes, you would want to set up a different account for each one of these purposes. Basically, the emergency fund, you want to really want to have outside your normal checking account because it's too easy to transfer banks. So try and have that somewhere else. Typically, a high yield savings account is a good option for you. But that, in a nutshell, is how you do it. Set up a system, make sure all this is automated. So all this money should be automatically going from either your checking account, that fixed account, whatever you have, direct deposit, whatever you're more comfortable with. Automate everything. Okay. One account, one purpose. Hope you found this helpful. You have plenty of other videos about cash flow and all that. Feel free to check them out. If you like the video, feel free to like and subscribe it. Derek Mazzarella, CFP with Gateway Financial Partners. Talk to you soon.